What if one man came closer than anyone else to destroying Rome? What if he led an army across snow-covered mountains with war elephants? This is the incredible story of Hannibal Barca, one of the greatest military commanders in history. A man whose name struck fear into the hearts of Romans, and whose legend still lives more than 2,000 years later. Hannibal Barca was born in 247 BC in the great city of Carthage, located in North Africa. At the time, Carthage was one of the most powerful civilizations in the Mediterranean. Its greatest rival was Rome. Hannibal's father, Hamilcar Barca, was a famous general who had fought against Rome. According to ancient stories, when Hannibal was still a young boy, his father made him swear an oath to never be a friend of Rome. Whether the story is true or not, Hannibal would spend his entire life fighting the Roman Republic. As he grew up, Hannibal learned military strategy and leadership while accompanying soldiers on campaigns in Spain. He quickly earned the respect of his army and became commander at just 26 years old. In 219 BC, tensions between Carthage and Rome exploded into war. Most people expected battles at sea. But Hannibal had a different plan. Instead of attacking Rome by ship, he decided to invade Italy by land. It was a bold and dangerous idea. To reach Italy, he would have to cross the mighty Alps, one of the most difficult mountain ranges in the world. Hannibal led tens of thousands of soldiers, horses, and even war elephants toward Italy. The journey was brutal. His army faced freezing temperatures, dangerous cliffs, snowstorms, and attacks from hostile tribes. Many soldiers never survived the crossing. But Hannibal refused to turn back. After weeks of hardship, he emerged from the mountains and entered Italy. The Romans were shocked. No enemy had ever invaded their homeland this way before. Soon, Hannibal began defeating Roman armies one after another. He won major victories at the Trebia River and Lake Trasimene. But his greatest triumph came in 216 BC at the Battle of Cannae. The Romans gathered a massive army, believing they would finally crush Hannibal. Instead, Hannibal used one of the most brilliant military tactics ever seen. He allowed the Roman soldiers to push into the center of his army. Then his troops surrounded them from both sides while cavalry attacked from behind. The Roman army was trapped. Thousands of soldiers were killed. Even today, military academies study Hannibal's tactics at Cannae. It remains one of history's greatest battlefield victories. After so many defeats, many expected Rome to surrender. But Rome refused. Instead of fighting Hannibal directly, Roman leaders avoided large battles and slowly weakened his forces. Hannibal remained in Italy for more than 15 years. Yet he never received enough support from Carthage. Over time, the war began turning in Rome's favor. In 202 BC, the Roman general Scipio Africanus brought the war to North Africa. Hannibal was called home to defend Carthage. the two legendary commanders finally faced each other at the Battle of Zama. This time, Rome won. Hannibal suffered defeat, and Carthage was forced to accept peace. His dream of defeating Rome had come to an end. Even after the war, Rome continued to fear Hannibal. Eventually, he was forced into exile. Years later, when Roman agents came to capture him, Hannibal chose death rather than surrender. Around 183 BC, he took poison and died at the age of about 64. But his story did not end there. Hannibal became one of the most admired military leaders in history. His crossing of the Alps remains one of the greatest military achievements ever attempted. And his victory at Cannae is still studied by commanders around the world. Hannibal never conquered Rome. But he came closer than almost anyone else. He crossed mountains that seemed impossible to cross. He challenged the most powerful republic of his time. And he proved that courage, determination, and brilliant strategy could change the course of history. Hannibal Barca died more than 2,000 years ago. But his legend lives on forever.